What's up, you guys? Welcome to Boss Level 8, where we make fun of movie critics and the comments on movies and movie trailers. This time, though, it's going to be the funniest comments instead of the hate comments because people generally like the John Wick 3 trailer, which is kind of awesome. So we're going to read the funny comments, make fun of it, laugh together, and have a good time.
We're Boss Level 8, and we usually only read hate comments, but now we're going to read the funny ones, I guess.
Before we get started, if it's your first time here, make sure you hit the subscribe button and that little bell right next to it. That way you can get notified every single time we have a new video out. Now let's take a look at the funny comments and see if they're good. John Wick is what Neo would have eventually become if Neo chose the blue pill. That's really good. I like that a lot. Imagine if someone shot his white rabbit. What would have happened then?
John Wick should start a dog daycare. Trustworthy caretaker. He is. Well, you'll always get your money's worth, that's for f***ing sure.
I feel like John Wick's doggy daycare would be like, their slogan would be like, they mess with your pit, they'll end up in a pit. A pencil and a book? What exam is John Wick preparing for? I don't know, the MGAT?
All you pretend assassins with your guns, John Wick's armory is Office Depot. No, it's Staples, because it's still around. No, that's wrong. Office Depot, wait.
They're both around.
I don't know. David, he also frequently visits Staples.
Now waiting for Chapter 4. You haven't seen Chapter 3 yet. A little premature there. That's like being on a first date and being like, I can't wait to have sex with you again. It's like wanting to be treated like a regular the first time you walk into a bar. You pretentious piece of crap. Why don't you know my drink? It's a blue Hawaiian with an umbrella. An umbrella. Also, my name's Bella. It rhymes.
How many dogs does he have? Well, in this trailer, I saw 3, so 1. And if you saw the trailer, you'll get why that's slightly funny.
It's so weird when someone has like a lot of dogs, it's like, what the f is wrong with you? But when someone has a lot of cats, it's like, oh, it just seems more acceptable. Ferrets, on the other hand, 1 is too many. This summer, John Wick kills 3/4 of the world's population. Next summer, the same amount as Thanos, which is half.
So he brings some back. Wow, they copied Fortnite. Looks like Epic is going to do the suing now. You're trying to really force that battle royale. Now I'm just picturing John Wick running around with a giant unicorn hammer just erecting walls in the middle of a mall.
And I'm just picturing John Wick erecting. John Wick? More like John Thick. What?
Wait, with 2 C's?
No.
Oh.
Is he overweight? Or do you want some of that Keanu booty? What's going on here, Victor? I'm just confused. Thoroughly. Also, I read it wrong. More like John Thick. I still don't understand after reading it correctly.
At this point, I'd do anything to see Heath Ledger's Joker versus John Wick. I wouldn't do anything, but I'd pay a reasonable amount that's around the price of a movie ticket if someone takes 3 to 5 years to make it.
If Heath Ledger was a dog, John Wick would have avenged him. Is that a really bad joke because Heath Ledger's dead?
It's not if we keep that part in there.
What do you mean? I made it worse by saying that. John Wick 3, Into the Spider-Verse. That's racist. Spider-Wick Chronicles, LOL. Are we just combining things, like making things that we want by putting them together? Like, I'd be like, girl pizza. Just take 2 things that I like and just put them together. It's just, it doesn't always work. I'm sorry, it just doesn't. Like whiskey vagina, like it doesn't work. I am noticing that most of my stuff is alcohol or food related and woman related. I'm trying to think of one that's not food and woman related. Bacon and boobies, damn it.
Shrek. I forgot what the game was. Gotta make a run to a Blockbuster to pick up 1 and 2. You have the one with beer. Y'all remember Hometown Video?
Blockbuster Video's new jingle is Blockbuster Video. Wow, where am I? John Wick and the Battle of the Tilted Towers. Too soon. Is that the Fortnite thing?
Tilted Towers is where everyone goes to die.
Yeah, and that's where they floss with their slurp juice while they're battle busting with their Carlton dancings. Right? I'm hip. Shut up. You shut up! Yeah.
They stole his Capri Sun this time. I mean, I would murder way more over that than a dog. And he did.
I feel like killing your son for wearing capris is wrong, you know? Let them wear what they want. If they can't decide between shorts and pants, let them not have to.
Yeah.
You know?
Just put them back in the 90s.
Seriously. As long as they're not f***ing wearing cargo pants, the assholes. I hope you guys had fun watching this video. Let us know what you thought of the John Wick Chapter 3 trailer. We'd love to hear your thoughts. And if you didn't like this video or don't like that trailer, then we'll try and find Keanu Reeves to kill you.
Because all of that makes sense.
None of it makes sense. If you want to watch us actually film this show live, click on the link for our Twitch in the description, because we do that every single week. And you can hang out with us, you can joke around in the chat, even add your own jokes to the video if we decide to say them, which happens a lot. Don't forget to hit subscribe, and until we see you next time, geek out and game on. You know how you guys were going in to see John Wick Chapter 2 just so you can get a moral lesson? Me neither. But apparently movie critic Mick LaSalle was expecting a little bit more than Keanu shooting people. John Wick Chapter 2 begins with a very loud sports car chasing a very loud motorcycle through busy city streets. We don't know who is in the car, and we don't know who is on the motorcycle. Originally, they were gonna start with a car chase that began with a person getting in a car, a person getting on a motorcycle, and them speeding up, but then they were like, that's stupid. We do recognize that the city is New York, and with that comes a crestfallen feeling. Crestfallen. It's like when you put the toothpaste on and as you're lifting it up to your teeth, it just falls on your shirt. Then all of a sudden your teeth are dirty and your shirt's dirty. That's why I always brush my teeth naked, which is very awkward for people at restaurants. Because there are no cliffs in New York City. It would be nice if both vehicles could go off one and leave the audience in peace. Who went to see John Wick 2 for peace? That's like going, I was thinking something light. Like Pizza Hut. Movie stars have enviable lives, so it takes a lot to make me feel sorry for one. But watching Keanu Reeves going around placating the shooting, stabbing, and beating of scores of people over the course of 2 long hours, it can't help cross the mind that no actor with a better offer would take this one. Yeah, but if he was shooting, stabbing, and beating scores of people in a war movie, you would have been like, what an achievement. Double standards. And that teaching screen acting at some nice liberal arts college would be better use of Reeves' real gifts than this elaborately choreographed exercise in stupidity. First of all, I'm a little confused because you're saying Reeves' real gifts, and then you're saying he should teach acting. So is he good at acting or good at teaching? I don't understand. Second of all, an actual elaborately choreographed exercise in stupidity is Prancercise, and I would pay to see Keanu do that. The mobster wants him to kill somebody, don't they? But John says he is out of the killing business and refuses. So the guy blows up John's house, whereupon John has a change of heart and agrees to do the murder. I mean, it's a pretty convincing argument. Well, in the last one, they killed his dog and took his car. Find any girl in LA and kill her purse dog and steal her Mini Cooper, she's down for murder. And she'll do it in her goddamn Jimmy Choos. This is pathetic. I was thinking the same thing. What kind of person is this? He doesn't want to kill somebody, but then he does because some guy blew up his house? Have you ever had anyone blow up your house? I feel like murder is a pretty normal response. Is this somebody worth 2 hours of your attention? I mean, like personally, no. But in a movie, sure. Perhaps even the filmmakers have a clue that this is bad because they keep emphasizing that markers are non-negotiable. They feel the need to make excuses for the character they're diminishing. They feel the need to give motivations to a character. How dare they? Thus, instead of inviting us to care about someone trying to do something worthy or interesting, John Wick Chapter 2 asks us to become involved in the survival saga of a bland, amoral entity as he does battle with other bland, amoral entities. How to not walk into John Wick Chapter 2. I really hope that I feel attuned to his moral inspiration. How to walk into John Wick Chapter 2. I hope there's a lot of shooting and killing. That leaves us with almost nothing besides the occasionally amusing spectacle of Reeves as a one-man killing machine. Yeah, you know, the movie. Literally the movie. Literally why people go to see this movie. The movie could have been called Reeves as a one-man killing machine, and maybe should have been called that. There's also the curious detail that this is one of the rare action movies that are actually honest about ammunition. It's not inexhaustible. He keeps running out and having to reload. There is one positive. Actually, there's one good scene. The Italian actress Claudia Giardini shows up as an international syndicate boss operating out of Rome and living like decadent Renaissance royalty. That doesn't even sound like a scene. Some chick showed up. Wow. Best scene in the movie. Think about this. Keanu Reeves started his career as one of the few male leads with an aura of sweetness about him. I'm not talking about niceness like Tom Hanks, or geniality like George Clooney, or devilishly good looks like Steve Buscemi, but sweetness. And this is what Hollywood does to him. It makes him suppress his true screen nature and presents him going around shooting dozens of people in the head. Wasn't he in Point Break? Shooting people? Or The Matrix? Shooting people? What's something he's in where he's sweet? Bill and Ted? He was in Scanner Darkly. What the f? Movie critic John Semling thinks that you should hate John Wick because it has no plot. You were looking for a plot? New drinking game. Drink every time a character in the movie John Wick says the words John Wick. Actually, better drinking game. Drink every time John Wick kills someone and then have alcohol poisoning immediately. Or drink every time Keanu has a line of dialogue and remain sober. Or take a shot every time his dog dies. One shot, one kill. Do a shot every time the plot's confusing. Looks like I'll be having water. With any luck, you'll be carried out of consciousness well before the film's lean-on-paper 96 minutes run their course. It sounds like you're encouraging people to get so wasted that they have to be carried out of a theater. Really hope you're not a dad. Starring Keanu Reeves as a retired hitman getting back into the game to settle a score. A plot set up that an iPhone could probably autocomplete after the words, "a retired hitman." Challenge accepted. I'm just gonna hit the middle button. A retired hitman, and she is the most important person for a great show. Yeah, it's a different plot. Still sounds good though. Of the Weather Channel. Oh my god, this plot got better. It's a surprising show of restraint that the film's credits don't come fitted with a knockoff version of the Shaft theme, supplied with the chorus responses of Wick. He's a complicated man, but no one understands him like his dog. John Wick. Ugh. Yes, John Wick's a not-so-complicated man whom no one understands but his woman. I just said but his dog. Correction. Then that woman dies of cancer, leaving our grieving contract killer with nothing but memories of life more ordinary. And an adorable puppy. That's a very insensitive way of saying that. It's like, I'm sorry, Mr. Wick. Your wife passed away. The cancer finally took her. Here's the puppy. Then that puppy is killed by Russian gangsters. Oh my god. They also steal John Wick's car, a cherry condition 69 Mustang. Yeah, but the puppy. You replace the car, you can't replace the puppy. Actually, technically you can, but you can't. Speaking against music censorship legislation in 1984, infamous kook rocker, you just made up a word. Frank Zappa commented that in their severity, the proposed laws were the equivalent of treating dandruff by decapitation. The same can be said of John Wick's tack on this time it's personal retribution. If we're getting philosophical, I completely agree that revenge isn't always an actual solution. But if we get to see Keanu Reeves kill a bunch of motherfuckers, it's a great movie. A dead puppy and stolen car are met with biblical vengeance as Wick tears through New York, indiscriminately murdering anyone who is a Slavic criminal or who may unfortunately find themselves standing between a Slavic criminal and John Wick. It's weird how you're complicating the simplest plot ever. It is weird that he's doing this. Yeah. I want to kill everybody. You're in my way. Die. I don't know, like it's a really simple plot. Wick's target is a sneering heir to a mob empire played by Alfie Allen, Game of Thrones Theon Greyjoy. Nobody in John Wick is cast against type. There's Deadwood's Ian McShane, Oz's Dean Winters, The Wire's Clark Peters, King of Queens Kevin James. Oh, I thought we were just naming stuff. to single out just a few members of the film's packed stable of, hey, it's that guy, C-listers. How are you a C-lister if you knew who everybody was? You just named them and something famous they were in. Then there's Reeves, whose spiky, middle-parted bangs make him look like an early draft of a character from a Final Fantasy video game, and whose characteristically effectless delivery make John Wick feel like a gloomier, grislier riff on Dude, Where's My Car? So you're gonna tell me while you were watching Dude, Where's My Car, you didn't want someone to take out a gun and just start shooting everybody? Like in the movie, like not in like the theater. Directors David Leitch and Chad Stahelski distinguished themselves as Hollywood stuntmen, and their experience shows. This is a film where every human being is a sack of meat, waiting to be tenderized. Not even the wide-eyed puppy dogs are safe. That's actually in the trailer. John Wick, starring sacks of meat waiting to be tenderized. Worse is Derek Kolstad's screenplay, which touches on every revenge movie cliche like he cranked it out overnight to net a barely passable D+ in a night school screenwriting class. I feel like you're looking for a plot in this movie. Wrong way to walk into this movie. Because honestly, looking for plot in John Wick is like looking for action and zombies or something like that in Jane Austen. Oh crap. Pride and Prejudice and Zombies. I stand corrected. Laden, preposterous, and short on even the wrong kind of laughs, there's a new name in plain, crummy action cinema. Wick. John Wick. Drink. Drink twice. If you don't know the rules to your own damn game, don't make up a game. So make sure you guys let us know down in the comments what movie we should do next. Also, click down there to see another video of ours as well. If it's your first time here, hit the subscribe button. If you have no idea what that little bell is next to the subscribe button, you should hit it and find out. And don't forget to hit the like button to let us know that you enjoyed our video. And until we see you next time, geek out and game on.